develop the knight. Let's hit the pawn in the center. Okay, they're moving very confidently, so they're wanting us to take the pawn. We can push through, but what disadvantage do we have with doing that? I'm going to attack the pawn. They're giving us the gift so that they develop their bishop out. Let's not do it today. Sometimes we do it, sometimes we don't. But we do lose tempo in terms of developing another piece by doing the attack. So they've moved, going to take, seeing as they didn't want us to do that. And what happens with this position? We'll get the bishop here. I think just developing the bishop out, baiting maybe some sort of activity going here. But it does make space for castling. Oh, and they have done as well. So we will capture. It's got two pieces defending the pawn, so I'm just going to throw the bishop and put a check on the king. And I'm going to slow down narration mode now because that's where we get into trouble. I'm going to simply just capture the bishop. Now it does have the center pawn that is protected by this, but it does give us time to castle. They may go and castle on the queen side. Exactly. So they're doing the moves we're suggesting at the minute. If we jump here, which they're probably expecting, they're just going to drop the pawn. That's where bishop looks like it's got an x-ray through to the rook. I think they'll just see us off. Or they'll develop the knight. Does isolate their pawn, just to look on the negative side of things if they do. No, they're seeing us off. So we can take the knight, because it's a piece for a piece. We can push past, but obviously with this type of player, they'll just hit us here. Is it putting our bishop into a nice position? It is giving our king some company, and it is also managing this square across here. I think I'm going to plump for that. Simple direct moves to remove pieces from the board, but it's developing their pieces as well. So I'm going to keep this. I think with the style of their play, they're going to just hit us. We've called it right so far, yes, so we kind of know the ilk of the player. We do have this just to disturb the rook as well. Let's bring the knight out. Potentially. Got an attack here, we've got the knight developing. It's moved already, so it's basically preempted the fact that we were going to potentially go here. Does that serve them well? We're going to bring the knight in and attack the queen. It is supported by the bishop, but it potentially just coming along and starting hitting the bishop. So we won't be staying there for too long. Their rook's going to be opposite our queen as well, so I've got to be mindful of that when the queen moves. We do have a check on the king if the queen moves. It's all not very comfortable positions because they're easily attacking. Oh, he's actually going for the queen exchange then, is he? So we'll go with this before we run there. Narration mode's kicking in. Nothing magical for the knight. My tunnel vision is just focused on going with this queen move here. And we take. They push down onto us. Ooh, they push down onto us. We can't go here and attack their rook because their knight's defending. We come back again. And this pawn will be here. So then it can push onto the bishop. And then that's where the bishop gets trapped. Think it through again. There. Pawn hits. Knight moves. Pawn hits. Bishop's trapped. Yeah, it's definitely trapped. So we can't do that move. We're going to go opposite the queen with the rook. I tried to make it work, but it physically doesn't work. We wouldn't be in time. Bishop would get trapped. there's a bit of space around the king, but how do we get to there? Again, mobilizing here, he's going to hit. Does give us a bit of this, but you know, they're not just going to give us things for free. Is the knight then trapped in that area as well? So it's not ideal. So we still have the rook opposite the queen, so the knight can, in principle, just go anywhere. I'm looking for a suitable place, but the queen is guarding everything. It's guarding all these squares here. We can physically go here because the rook is attacking the queen. What's the benefits of that? We can physically go here and we are attacking the pawn, but that's it. There's no big shakes after it, is there? We can come back. We can come back and attack a pawn, so we'll get a pawn, but not really, because the queen's just going to come and defend. But it gives them something to think about. Their bishop is angling through and it's going to be hitting our rook. So we've got issues, right? So I think the move I'm going for is this. The queen moves, and then we have to push this pawn to defend against the bishop's x-ray through. So we'll do that. And hoping, fingers crossed, they fall asleep and the rook can take it for free. No, they haven't. We can take this pawn because the queen's not come to defend. But we are going to lose this and we will lose the rook. So we have to stick with what we said, which is pushing this pawn here. I think they're probably looking at combinations and stuff here. This pawn is still available. And it's still available now. The bishop is blocked. Knight's looking to jump here, here, here. I think we will take the pawn. We're attacking their queen. Jump to here for safety, attacking the rook. When the queen attacks it, I think. And I'm going to slow down narration mode. Because there might be something even better than that. So all we're trying to do is block off what the opponent's attempting to do or physically can do. Still not really that comfortable with the position, but it looks like we've got some attack potential with the fork on the bishop and also on the rook as well. It all depends on what they do. They could start attacking us somehow. And they do have funky knights that can mobilize. Yeah, so if that blocks the way, so the rook's not defending, so we're not going to get that knight in. We're probably taking, takes. Then the rook, queen takes, rook takes. Ooh, that would be a loser. That's why they're pausing. They know they're coming here. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Let's look at it again. Oh, hold on a minute, hold on a minute. No, we get their queen off. Oh, I had it the wrong way around. Knight comes here. If we take, their pawn takes, then the queen takes. Yeah, so it's not... I thought they were coming down. We will have to take. But it's not doing that. So it does look like we get the fork. It does look like we get the fork. But he is protecting the bishop. It's not for free or anything like that. Is there anything better then? The queen can't come here because the knight is protecting that square now. Is there anything else? I think I'm just jumping in with the knight here. I'm tunnel visioned on there. I haven't got this knight developed at the minute. Ooh, queen spot. Mate threat. He hits the knight. So it's developed the queen anyway. Bring the knight here. Attacking the rook. Rook comes down. Or even here. Queen is here. Queen is here. Queen is here. Queen is here. Oh, it's something like that, but I feel it's right. I'm going to go with the intuition. It's giving them something to think about, either dropping, but I think the pawn will just simply drop because it's saving itself. We don't necessarily need to jump there, we can jump here as well, just as an aside, but it's not meaty enough, I think. So nothing's clear. Still have the bishop training in on this. We're on a white square at the minute with the queen. Nothing's clear. My rooks aren't linked up. So they have gone for that. What does it look like? Does it look any different now? Is there any special rook moves? Check, check. No. Just going to throw the knight into here and see how it looks. So we could take the bishop. It does kind of give them this. There might be something here. No, not yet, not yet. So you'd have to give the rook up. I think it's something to do with this queen. Goes and attacks the pawn. The rook is defending the pawn. Any support? Or do I have to get this knight out? And that kind of slows the party down. The bishop's going to escape, isn't it? Boom, 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 boom. Time is running out. Time. Only I could get onto a white square, put a check on the king type thing. Maybe something's going to happen there. X-raying through to their queen as well. If it starts going pear-shaped. Going to be this knight into attacking the bishop. We can't take the pawn. We can get a check on the king and he can go here. That's the only place he can go, but there's nothing else after that. Oh, he can't go there. The bishop's blocking him. So he has to stop that from happening. He has to move his king here to stop the queen from coming here. The king, sorry, he needs to move his king here. Or else that's a mate. Oof. Damn. So when he goes there, I can't do anything else after that. I can't squeeze in here. No. No. Rook rover. No, there's no rook rovers. The king comes here. Drive the knight up. Knight here type thing. Put some pressure on the pawn. I don't think we'll be fast enough though, because this pawn will just drop down. He's not going for it, so that should be checkmate. And why is it not doing checkmate? Because the rook can come and block. As we just saw it, the rook can come and block. Damn. So the bishop can save itself by just coming in here, but it's not impacting the king, is it? Because our knight is loosely not supported by anything. Oh, that's a shame. That is a shame. What else can we do? Pawn takes. Bishop, knight. Knight puts a check on the king, queen, but the queen just comes in and just says, well, I'm going to take you off the board. I feel it's this. I'm going to jump in, attack the queen. Queen's just going to laugh in its face, going to do something like this or something. Where do we go from there? We're looking, is there some sort of magic hiding in the corner here? Yeah, exactly. It's just laughing in my face. So this knight is going to want to take this bishop off the board. We don't really have any decent squares for it, so I think we probably may have over-egged the situation. Get the knight here. The take, and Okay, we're on 2 minutes each. I feel there's something, and it almost feels like it's petering out now that they've had the defense there with the rook. These knights are just going to be bothersome, I can tell. I can feel it in the water. Yeah, look at them. Both of them shooting in now. Going to get his queen off the board. His rook can't move because we've got the X-ray through. So that was a bit special. Fingers crossed, we're hopefully getting some advantage. We should be getting the queen off the board. And these pawns should be able to manage that situation. Let's just take that queen off the board. And is there anything now? He's still playing on. So, put a check on the king. Oh no, but he's going to push the pawn down. Going to push the pawn down. Shall we just leave that for a minute? And move the bishop somewhere? No. Nowhere, we can't move it. Let's move this. Bishop's getting trapped. Don't know why he's not taking. Okay, there we go. Take. Got to bullet out now. Bullet the moves. Sensible moves, please. Again, take a look at the evaluation. It's probably going to laugh in our faces and say, well, you got lucky. I'm looking at bringing this rook here, X-raying through to the king so the knight can't move. And then maybe getting the queen here, putting the check on. So the knight can't move, so we can put the check on. We can take the pawn off the board. Our king is way away, isn't it? Just didn't want to get a funky fork with the knight. Where we're looking, move the queen out of the way. Put a check on the king, but the knight can take. We'll take anyway. And take. They're ferociously still playing on. Looking to trap our king in. I think we can squeeze in here. Put a check on the king. But obviously they're going to defend themselves with the rooks. He's put something in the comment. Damn well played. Very fun game. Oh, bless them. Thank you. Oops. Alright, well, it's not over. I could still make a massive blunder here. Quite easily. So I think he'll be coming for our... He's got this as well, don't forget. Excellent. And we're moving the knight back. They move the queen. We capture. We're looking for the... We'll feel some things happening now in terms of position. Just want to see if there was... yeah, it's not a fan of that, but we explained everything. And this was that was the magic shot there. And the development going forwards, there's no major dips. So again, fairly comfortable with what we did. We had the story, the rationale. Brilliant. Nice game.